What was the turning point in the game for y'all's offense where y'all really started to find a momentum?
Well, it's tough to remember. We had, I think it was 3 straight drives where, we start deep and we're not really moving the ball, but, defense bailed us out. That first quarter I wasn't playing very well. I was missing throws. Settled in there, second half of the second quarter, and then, from there we were really moving the ball really well. The run game was good to us. Jamar was incredible like he always is. Defense played great. Team ugly win, but we got it done.
What do you feel like, obviously I know you don't feel like you have to show anyone, but it just feels like over the last couple of weeks, a player will go out, you just keep finding new ways to win with different people on the field. Today you lose T. Higgins, Zach told us warm-ups, and then TB, on the opening drive. Can you just talk about how you're able to stay so level-headed and it doesn't really matter who's around you, it doesn't change how you think this offense can operate?
Well, I got so much faith in the guys that come in for those guys. Trent and Trenton are guys that work really hard and know their stuff and are going to be right where I expect them to. So that's really what it comes down to. I see those guys working every day and have so much faith in them.
Joe, you had a great pass last week to T to clinch the game. That touchdown pass to Jamar today, about as tight a window?
Yeah, that was a fun one. I like that.
Describe that play and how it unfolded. And Zach said it's something you rep quite a bit in the red zone.
Yeah, that's a route we like. Jamar's really good at that route. They ended up rotating away from him and found a window. It was a tight one, but we got it in there.
Looked like you surprised him a bit.
Yeah, I don't. I think he thought it was middle open, so he wasn't really getting the ball. But fortunately, when Jamar doesn't think he's getting the ball, he's still the best receiver in the league.
What was the biggest adjustment you had to make without Tyler and T? Zach was saying they had a meeting at noon, and basically redo stuff with T. What was the biggest adjustment? What got you going later in the second quarter?
We didn't have to make an adjustment. That's what's great about those guys that come in for them. We have all the faith in the world that they're going to do the job. There can't be any drop-off, and there wasn't today.
I know earlier Zach Taylor said that it takes a really smart player like Jamar, who did basically, in his words, 3 people's jobs. I mean, for Chase to do that with those guys out, just what does that really say, just in general about that?
Yeah, he's incredible. You can move him around. He's going to make plays in different spots. You give him the ball, he's going to get 5 or 6 yards after contact every single time. He's just a great player that I'm lucky to play with.
Is it nice to not have to answer questions about not beating the Browns? Is that tiring?
Well, we're still 1-4 against them, so we still got some work to do. But today was a good start.
Are you able to see the impact that DJ Rader has from your vantage point on the sideline? And do you think he's playing at a Pro Bowl level?
Man, he really is. It's tough to see from the sideline, but he's just always around the ball. He's always penetrating. He's always in the backfield making plays. He's one of the best defensive tackles in the league and for some reason not really anybody knows about him. It's time people start knowing about him.
Joe, they call this game the Battle of Ohio. I think the state's historically seen as a Browns favorite state. Do you guys think you guys can change that?
Well, it is what it is. If people want to root for them, that is what it is. We love our fans, and if you want to come on over, you can hop on the bandwagon.
Is there anything mentally that a win against a team that's kind of had y'all's number the last couple of years does for y'all as y'all continue to push towards the playoffs?
Not too much. We've been right there in all the games against them. We just haven't come out on top. Today we did. Defense played unbelievable, and that was really ended up being the deciding factor in the game, how well they played, and so that's kind of showing the kind of team we're becoming. We're able to win a lot of different ways. You've seen it over the last couple weeks. Just winning on the defensive end, on the offensive end, kicking game. We're just a complete team right now.
I was just wondering if you could run through the play that earned with the play before Samaje's touchdown, the scramble. It looked like he had Newsome in no man's land. I was just wondering if you could run through that, and he ended up throwing to Trent first down.
Yeah, whenever we play those guys, they're so good on the defensive front. I always go in expecting to have to make some plays with my legs and get out of the pocket. And Trent did a great job of just finding some space. I talk about it all the time with him. He just makes opportunities for himself, and I got it in his hands, and he went and got the first down for us.
So I think Samaje's run right after that.
Yeah, it was incredible. Samaje's a beast.
What about Joe, him coming back from concussion protocol? How did he look today, just from your point?
He looked great. He ran really hard, found the holes. I thought he played really, really well.
How
Good.
nice is it having a guy like that back, with Samaje by his side?
Yeah, whenever it's great having two guys like that, because they're not going to be able to run the ball every single play, and so when you take one out, there's no drop off to the next guy, and that's great depth to have in your running back room.
What does it say about this team to respond to the adversity early on, especially against a team that you've dealt with plenty of adversity against and haven't been able to get over the hump? Respond the right way and get a win.
Yeah, it was a big win. Like I said, defense stepped up early until offense found their footing, and then we started moving the ball. Another tip ball interception. Feels like it's the only way I throw interceptions these days. So that's frustrating, but it is what it is. Defense stepped up big time in the fourth quarter to really seal the game for us.
Joe, what made that the right time to call the flea flicker? How much do you guys work on plays like that?
It depends on the week. We always have that one, in our back pocket. It was T throughout the week. That's just goes to show that Trenton Irwin, studies his stuff and knows every position. He's going to get thrown in there if somebody goes down, and so credit to him. And we were running the ball well at that point, and that's why it ended up working.
Is that just luck with that, the tipped interceptions? You view it as just kind of bad luck, or is there something you can try to do?
Yeah, everybody in the media always wants to talk about tips and how you combat against that. You really can't. There's too much stuff going on to have to worry about that. And so, when you play really good defensive ends and defensive linemen, they know that that's part of their game, and that they're going to have to do that sometimes, especially when I'm getting the ball out as quickly as I like to. And he made a great play.
Do you notice teams trying to just resort to that more?
Yeah, I do.